Check, check.
That's right, folks. Live here at Free Admission Studios, this is the Gym Crashers with me, Joey the Bull, Adam the Man, and Destiny the Boss Lady. What's up?
What's up, guys? Thank you guys so much for having us. Sorry, I'll get a little closer. Thank you guys so much for having us. I just wanted to thank you guys for having us. Thank you for inviting my little sister here. Thank you for having GF Team Orange as well. We really appreciate it. Thank you for making us feel part of the family.
Awesome. So GFT Orange. Now, you know what's in Orange?
Yes.
What do you guys do there? So you can let people know what's happening. And can you do me a favor? Can you turn the house lights on in the back right there above you, Donna? Please. Thank you, sir. Boom. There we go.
Oh, that good lighting now.
So we're talking about your gym.
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Of course, everybody
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay. Perfect. Yes. So we are GF Team Orange. We are located in Orange, California. What we do is we are an academy. We do jiu-jitsu. We have Muay Thai. We are adding cardio boxing, and then we have kids boxing as well.
Okay, boss. So what's the age ranges? If a child wants to go to the class, are there certain age ranges you have to be to join the kid class?
Yeah, of course. So for jiu-jitsu, we have ages 4 all the way up to 12. And then after 12 years old, it goes into adults. And then for boxing, it's ages 6 and then into 12. And then after 12, you go into Muay Thai.
Wow.
And then who are some of the coaches teaching some of these classes?
Yeah, so we have our Brazilian coach. His name is Michael Souza. He teaches adult jiu-jitsu, and he also teaches kids jiu-jitsu. And then we also have Raul. He is also teaching kids jiu-jitsu. We have Cesar Macias. He's our Muay Thai coach and our cardio boxing coach. And then we have Coach Jules. He is our boxing coach for kids.
And we had Caesar on our show a while back, and great guest. I mean, I'd like to get him back on here with his son, because I know his son's trying to become pro pretty soon.
We get Mark.
Mark, and I hit him up the other day, and he's like, yeah, if I bring him along, let's not talk about the shower incident. I'm like, oh, we'll bring it up. But anyway, no, honestly, he's a great family over there. Caesar's a great coach. I mean, I see him on his videos. He trains hard with all of you guys in your camp, and with his family too, because I understand you're part of the family business.
Yep.
And you're into the actual jiu-jitsu game yourself, right?
Yes. So I train jiu-jitsu. I also train Muay Thai.
Wow.
I obviously hit weights as well when I can. But yeah, it's pretty complex.
So how long have you been training?
I've actually started training jiu-jitsu in 2018. I did take like about 2 years off just because I was in high school and I was doing sports. But until this year, 2021, I decided to take jiu-jitsu into an actual career, and I started taking it pretty serious for about 4 months.
Wow. Well, so I take it you come from a family of fighters, and you decided, let's make this happen. Now, do you have any special events going on for yourself anytime soon since you've been training?
Yes, so I decided to to fight at the Jiu-Jitsu World League this weekend. I will be competing on Monday the 31st. It will be my first fight as a white belt.
Wow. And
Pretty excited.
And how do you feel? Are you pumped? You ready?
I'm very, very excited just because I have a lot of people around me who have been telling me, you know what, you can do it. I used to doubt myself so much, but like I said, everybody around me has been able to really hype me up. Unfortunately, I'm a little nervous because my sister, she actually did get me in an armbar yesterday, and it was my fault, but I'm still deciding, am I going to fight or am I not going to fight?
So with now, who's actually with you right now in the coaching part of it right now, training you?
So right now, like I said, our black belt, our professor is Michael Souza, but I do one-on-ones a lot with Raul. I also, like I said, my dad, he also helps me a lot. He tries to give me as much advice as he can, and I train with my little sister, Divana. She knows a lot more than me, and she's a very, very great coach.
Awesome. You got any questions?
Just what's your training schedule looking like? Because you sound like you got a really full schedule here. Training Muay Thai, training jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
probably coming fresh out of high school. Now you got more free time in your schedule, and you can just even train even more.
Yeah.
So what's that training schedule looking like?
So I wake up, eat breakfast, thank God for the day, and then I go ahead and I go to the gym. I train at 12 p.m. Then after 12 p.m., I finish about 1:30. I eat. I go to 24 hours, and then I train, and then I go back to the gym. And then I help with the kids, and then I eat, and then I train again at 6:30, and then I train at 8 p.m.
So you're in the fighter's full routine of of basically eat every 3 hours, train every 3 hours, come back, help teach classes, teach people, being around the game.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. I do. I really want to hopefully one day have a MMA fight. I know people say, oh, you don't know as much, but my little sister has taught me a lot, and I love it. I want to do it.
Hey, why not give it a shot?
Why not? Exactly.
Like challenge yourself, go out of your comfort zone.
There you go. Yeah.
Now you saying obviously you have to eat, and nutrition is key with any physical pursuit, and
Yes.
just even outside of sports and in just daily life. Nutrition is just key to a good life.
Yeah.
What are you intaking, and what is your diet like?
So before I started training jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, I had a very bad diet.
As we all do.
Very, very bad. But then I started kind of talking to a nutritionist, seeing my doctor, and I started trying to gain weight. So what I eat mostly is chicken, rice, beans, a lot of protein. I've been trying to get my veggies in. I stopped drinking soda. I'll drink some Gatorade, some water. I get some protein bars in, and I try to eat a lot of protein just because I'm trying to gain weight right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Because I mean, to have that mentality of just switching everything like that, just to get yourself ready and say, I'm done with all the junk, I'm done with all the sodas and all that stuff, because, that's what I had to do myself, is just get myself ready too, but losing the weight and everything else. But you're dedicated. You're going to the gym basically almost 24/7. Wake up in the morning. I'm thinking, me trying to do that myself right now, I would probably be done. Like after 8 o'clock, I'm like, I'm going to sleep and I'm going to watch some novellas. Peace out.
That's so funny. Honestly,
You know?
it's so hard to do. There's days where I want to cry and I'm so frustrated because I'm managing the gym and I'm training.
Yeah.
But I tell myself, God did not put me in this position if I couldn't do it. So I know that this is for me. I know that this is what I'm gonna do, and I love what I do. And there's a bunch of students around me, and I just want to be able to inspire them.
Now, do you have any like up and coming, like either some names at the gym besides the coaches, but anybody that comes to your gym that people probably know out in the fight world right now, or?
I'm not really sure, just because I'm still kind of getting familiar with all of the other names.
Okay.
But we do definitely have a lot of little ones, like the younger ones, obviously younger than me, that are getting up there. So I'm very excited for that.
That's awesome. And when you see those younger ones, you're like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna choke you out too, because
Well, some of them are close to my actual weight.
Oh, really?
So I will train. I'll train with Divana, and I'll also train with one of our members, Chloe, and I'll also train with another one. Her name is Star, and they have so much potential. And I've just been trying to challenge them, and then I've been trying to work on my technique.
Awesome.
Yeah.
One of the questions I want to ask that you mentioned that I find very interesting, and just one of the things I find can actually help in any martial art is spirituality. And like you said, God wouldn't put you in the position that you're in if he didn't believe you could challenge you.
Exactly.
As a spiritual person myself, I like to think like my faith and the things that I have is something that can enhance me, the things that I pursue. Would you say, like, with that, obviously a connection to a God, but also too, like, having a strong motivation, realizing you have to be a leader to these children, realizing on top of it too, you have to inspire, because, I'm sure with just, seeing these kids and seeing the responsibilities you have, how much does that kind of tie in and kind of help you, push you to be the leader and inspiration that you need to be to the kids that you're coaching, just the people that may look up to you?
Honestly, I ask God every single night, just because I have siblings. They're all both of them are younger than me. And there's days where I lose my patience with them. So I practice with them, just because I don't want to ever lose my patience with the other students. I used to help with the kids as well in my church. So I feel like a lot of the specialties that I have with the students now is because I was a helper in the church. But like I said, every single night I'll ask God, give me obedience, give me patience, give me wisdom, let me know what it is that you want me to show these kids. Let it
love
come
that.
through you and to me. You know what
I
I mean?
really like that. I
Yeah.
really do like that. That's very similar to almost, I would say, the serenity prayer of like, God, give me, the courage. I can't remember it perfectly off the top of my head. I'm a little sleep deprived again. Working very hard in that maintenance at the country club. But,
I'm a sinner, so I don't know. That's why
That's funny.
like, don't strike me.
calm down, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. But no, like on top of it too, what has it been like making this transition to where, like I said, you have these responsibilities, there are people watching you, there are these young girls and young boys and like just young kids who are very moldable, very shapeable, and need that inspiration, because as we've all been knocked off our paths.
Yeah.
We've all made mistakes. We all made, had to have dirt on our face to learn our lessons.
Yeah.
How do you handle that at such a young age, and then also too while handling your pursuit of your own personal goals, that type of responsibility?
Like I said, God always helps me with a lot, but definitely criticism. a lot of people cannot take criticism, but unfortunately, in this position that I'm in, I have to learn how to take it. My parents guide me. They tell me, you know, you could do better in this position. You could do better in this position. I do like to get feedback from the parents as well. I do ask them, hey, how do you think we're doing? You think we could step it up in this area? You think we could step it up here? Because I have siblings, and I don't ever want nobody to mistreat them. So I'm trying to learn how to not mistreat the other students. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So I am young, and I'm trying.
And I hear what you're talking about because, you know, I know you guys, I'm a lot older than you guys, of course, but growing up, you know, I had, you know, parents that made sure that, you know, I always respect everybody growing up. But, you know, of course, I did have a lot of, you know, God in my life too at one time, and just being, you know, a great believer, and made sure that, you know, I didn't disrespect anybody, because otherwise I get a nice little pop, you know,
Right.
or the belt, you know, especially the belt either held together or Indiana Jones style when I'm running, they. Yeah, the chocolate. Oh, believe me, my grandma and my great grandma were the great chocolate throwers. I mean, they were like boomerangs. They hit me and they come back and they hit me again. Or if they couldn't find that chocolate, they get a broom and like a
I was
spear.
gonna say, my mom was Spanish, like with the
And
broom. like,
honestly, because I'll be running, thinking I'm not gonna catch me. Next time I hear, boom, I start crying. Then I start. I'm on the ground crying. They're like, "I'll give you something to cry." I go, "No, Grandma, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be a good boy." And so because of that, you know, having like parents that do a little discipline, you know, I mean, I know a lot of parents out there don't believe it, but sometimes it helps a little bit, you know, and it helps sometimes, and it helped me out a lot growing up to show respect, show love for a lot of people, protecting your family, protecting your, like, you had sisters and I had brothers, and, you know, whatever, you know, and showing respect to all my tios and tias. It means uncles and aunts out there in the English world, and you know, everybody. And that's the way I got raised. And
Can
because
I tap in on that?
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
So going back on discipline, I grew up with a lot of discipline. Both of my parents, my mom and my dad, they disciplined me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But all I know is that it definitely made me who I am today.
Oh.
Because there's so many people that I know that have been disciplined, and they are not where they should be or
Oh,
where they
no.
want to be. And I am definitely not where I was 2 years ago. And I just give a big shout out to my parents, because I'm 20 years old. I'm getting things going. I'm trying to continue going. I'm trying to get things done, and I'm just so very grateful, because
know,
if they did
that's
not discipline
awesome.
me, I would have been who knows where.
You know, and like I said, I have a daughter, and she's 25 now. She's gonna be 26 next month, and yeah, same with her. Raised her in the gym, raised her to have a lot of respect for a lot of people. As she got older, as the teenage years, I know it happens. You get the little teenage, whatever, but she knows when Daddy's on the phone and she messed up, and I don't have to say a word, she knows I'm mad. And she's like, "But Dad," I go, "Just apologize to your mother.
Yeah.
Don't apologize to me." Go, and that's all I have to tell her. And she know her mom will call me up. "What'd you do?" I go, "I just told her to apologize to you." You yell at her? I go, "No," because she knows me already. I mean, I'm not a violent person. It's just my tone, the way
Yeah.
you show them, you know. But yeah,
Yeah. I feel you.
but totally mad respect to your parents. I mean, like I said, at your age, I know a lot of girls at your age right now. A lot of them are out living that life where they're out there doing things they shouldn't be doing.
out there just living a party
diet,
life,
Party
you know,
life.
You know,
going
going to
wild.
Huntington
Just be
Beach,
honest, Joey. Come on,
drinking
we can
and
say drinking, doing
smoking
drugs,
the
having
mota, you know,
us,
all
like,
that stuff. But anyway, but
all this wild craziness.
But yeah,
I'm just so glad that my mentality has definitely changed ever since I joined the gym. And never did I ever think that my dad would make me the manager. And he just came, asked me, and I was like, hey, you know, I feel honored to be able to lead people, even though they're older than me. But my mindset definitely has changed so much, and I have, what's the word? I have matured massively, and I have definitely become so much more responsible.
100%. We can hear it in your voice and just your mentality, the way you carry yourself. We can tell you have very strong character. On top of it, too, care for others, which is not, especially nowadays, it's becoming, I will say, a more rare and rare thing to take that extra responsibility, especially at this age, especially, you know, I'm 21 myself. And the one thing that I notice of people a lot around our age is that they don't take responsibility for not just their actions, but just how they affect on them people. You know, it's something that I think is very understated, especially in society nowadays, is what is the effect you have on people just in your daily life? How do you affect people just how you walk, talk, inspire them, give them information? Can you learn from them? Can you detach from your ego, you know, to take that blows? Can you also, again, when life gives you those blows and those lessons, can you take that?
Yeah.
And from everything I've seen from you and everything you're saying, you're on your right path and hitting all those check marks to be a very successful and
I
very
appreciate that. Thank you.
high functioning person. And I respect that highly.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Very
it.
much.
Goes out to my parents, because, you know,
yeah.
they're the ones that raised me correctly.
And a lot of kids
course.
forget that. They gotta give shout out to the parents sometimes. We deserve some of the love sometimes because the parents. A lot of kids. I did it myself. I'm like, Whatever.
Yeah.
I got my pops to thank for everything. Man. I tell him everything. I'm like, I don't know what I'd do without you, bro. Be wild in the street. Who knows?
So speaking about your parents right now, I know you brought them up. So are they a big key at the gym you manage right now? Are they a big, huge factor of what's happening right
They
now?
are
at the gym?
definitely a big key at the gym. When it comes to all of the tournaments, my mom, she does all of that. She takes it off of my back. So thank you for that. And then my dad, definitely, he does a lot of the, how do you say this? Like when things kind of break and stuff like that. Like he knows what to fix and how to fix it. He doesn't need to call nobody. He can do it all himself.
Save you some
So
money.
we don't have to depend on nobody else. He's so welcoming to everybody that comes in. He's always telling them, hey, free classes. Like they're both just such big impacts on the gym, and everybody can tell. I always hear good feedback. I never tell them, but I always hear good feedback, and
Yeah.
it makes me happy.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's the fact that they're taking care of it. They're getting people, opportunities at the gym, getting, either jobs or showing people how to, defend themselves. Like, especially when it comes down to the training, that helps out a lot of these kids. Because, like with the program that I had back in the day, I helped out a lot of kids that were very young. A lot of these kids were a lot of gang banging kids and kids that were just messed up.
Yeah.
Where my brother and I, of course, my brother. I'm not sure, brother Gabriel. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, we did a lot of stuff with these kids back in the day where we helped them out. Where now they're military. Now they're graduating from college. Now they're doing something crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's pretty cool. So let's see. We have any? We got Coach Caesar, called Boss Lady. That's what he's giving you a big. So Caesar's watching right now. If you want to give Caesar.
What's up, Coach Caesar? Thank you so much for being such an amazing coach. And he's always patting me one-on-one. He's always telling me, hey, you could do more, Mija. You can do more. And he's always pushing me to do better.
Nice. And yeah, that guy's awesome, man. And now, once again, where is your fight going to be this weekend or this weekend?
Yeah,
Correct.
this weekend.
What location? People want to come see you. Where's it going to be?
It's gonna be in Fullerton. I don't have the exact address just because I don't know at the top of my head, but it's gonna be in Fullerton. Oh, Fullerton College. There you go, Fullerton College.
And what's the name of the event?
Jiu-Jitsu World League.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool,
So then
cool.
we'll have students competing on Saturday, and then we'll have the older adults on Sunday, and then my age will be on Monday.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And you're on Monday, and you're just ready.
I mean, my mentality's there. I mean, people have been telling me, oh, like, go show them what's up, go show them what's up. But honestly, I'm just trying to learn. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure that I can get things done. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. It's just a great opportunity for me to continue learning.
Now, do you find yourself better with gi or without a gi?
Honestly, I think I'm great at both. It's just that when it comes to doing no gi, people tend to slip out on my triangles more. But when it's gi, I tend to get caught up in my own gi because it's so big on me. But I think I like both of them, honestly.
Yeah, one day I'll wear a gi. One day I always tell people one day, because like I said, about many months ago, I was mucho gordo, and they don't make gis size. For my size, I gotta buy a 5X robe or something like that. But now I can probably finally fit into like a triple X, I think, gi. So
We have some of those if you ever want to come train. Okay.
yeah, so I want to try it one day because
Come on, Joey, let's roll.
I just heard the gis are
Yeah,
heavy.
Oh, we get all these invites to go train
I'll be
with people,
Honestly, I'm not trying to hide from people. I know I get a lot of invites to go to people's gyms.
At least
and-
I have a valid excuse. I don't got a car to get there. Like,
Well, okay, we'll put it this way. This is a new day for me. Anybody invites me to go to the gym, I'll go there and I'll have somebody hold the camera so you can watch me get tapped out, or
Oh,
maybe
we don't
one day I'll be
even
able to
need-
choke somebody out and
Maybe.
we'll have some tacos after. I don't
we
know.
don't even
You
need
heard
to
it
bring
here
a camera. Let's just go
Yeah,
down
you
and
know.
start rolling with people, Joey.
You heard it here first, okay? So GF Team Orange is the first gym inviting Joey. Okay.
There we go.
You guys heard it. You guys
Nice.
heard it.
I'm gonna get beat up by Caesar, Raul, my brother Gabe, because
She's gonna hop in there, triangle you.
I'm
The
waiting
beast
for
is
the beast
gonna
to come out
armbar
my neck,
you.
like a little gremlin. Like, get off me!
You're just gonna keep getting attacked.
Somebody spray some rain.
It's a rain.
Oh, that's crazy. This is Scuba. That's funny. But we're always open. Sorry, we're always open to having people at the gym. We have open mat Wednesdays, Saturdays. We're always open to anybody. We just want to make sure everybody feels welcomed.
Awesome. Yeah, because I like to spar against my brother because he's a wrestler, and he has a funny sparring stance. And I always tell him he reminds me like an old school cowboy movie. The way he fights like this, his arms, like that's the way his arms go, like, like that.
That's funny.
And me, I'm just kind of like, I'm just- I mean, we're both clowns. I mean, I love my brother Gabe, and he's done a lot to the. I mean, you know him. I mean, he's done a lot for everybody too. And hopefully, I'll get him on the show one day, like in the future, along with Coach Caesar when we get him and his son when he becomes pro to throw him on the show too. So,
Let's do that.
do you have any more questions? So,
None that can come to mind. Like none that really pros my mind. I just I just want to say I really like what you guys are doing. I love everything that you've said. I love everything that your gym stands for.
Thank you.
It seems like a great place. I would love to come visit sometimes. It seems like a great energy.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you guys have such an emphasis on child development, being there for your community, and not just like we said, as fun as it is, the punches, kicks, and stuff to defend yourself. Once you get over that at the end of the day with all the ego feeding stuff,
Yeah.
and you get to the discipline, you learn community, you learn family, you learn self-development, that amazing stuff.
Exactly.
That's what I really love and what I've heard today, especially coming out of your guys' gym.
Thank you so
That's
much.
awesome.
We're
That's
very
awesome.
family orientated. We want everybody because we know that we have some members who don't live in this who come from other countries or other cities. So we just try to make them feel as family as much as our family as possible. And we try to have like dinners, we try to have lunches, just because we want to make sure that nobody feels left out. We don't ever want nobody to feel left out.
Yeah, so that means si habla español. Because if you habla español, you come to the gym, they make you feel at home.
We speak Portuguese as well. Come on over. We have some people that
Portuguese.
speak
Wow.
Portuguese. Yep.
Wow.
Michael.
Dang.
Michael.
Very diverse gym.
Oh, there you go. And yeah, so on that topic of Coach Caesar, like I said, he's an amazing coach. We do have 3 of our actual members fighting on June 18th. It will be at the Grand Theater. The tickets are about $45 each.
IFS.
Yeah, so we have 3 of our boys fighting, and I know they're gonna do awesome. So if you guys ever want to come check them out, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and you guys
And
shoot me.
who
a
are,
DM.
who are the 3 boys fighting?
It'll be Jose Fonseca, it'll be Ever Prado, and it'll be Paul Fernandez.
Paul Fernandez.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
This
Paul
is,
Fernandez is about, I think he's 12 years old. Evet is 13, 14, and then Jose, I think he's like 25.
wow. And I've been to an IFC event at the one off of Harbor. It was the old Toys R Us.
The Grand
the
Theater.
theater.
That's where it's gonna be at.
Oh, and dude, honestly, folks, buy tickets. That place is it's like you're watching a movie in 3D.
That's so
Because the
cool.
way the seats are, you're sitting in an actual theater, and the stage is on the. I mean, the ring is on the stage, and I remember when I first got there, my brother gave me a ticket, and I sat way in the back, like look. But I told the people, hey, I work with this Gym Crasher podcast. Oh, really? Front row, boom. I'm like, yeah, buddy. So it was, and I give a big shout out to IFC. They were really cool with me out there, and I told them one day I'll go out there and do some interviews for them. So
Well, maybe it'll start.
yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
So let's
Switch me out and bring on the beast.
Unless you guys can share a chair together, but we want to still sit in the. You're good.
No, stick
Okay,
out,
okay.
You know?
Sure.
Let's put her in
Heard
the
me
middle.
enough.
I'll move over.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'd like to introduce the Beast.
Go, Devon.
Yeah.
Here's your shirt.
Oh
Devon and the Beast.
man. Oh, look at this. Hell, I'm gonna start sporting this. Oh man, this is. Oh, look at the back too. Look at this, folks. Look at
Devon and the
this.
Beast.
So beautiful.
Go shout out
Man.
to your sponsor.
But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be. Oh man, you're gonna be all like. my brother will tell you I'm very very emotional person, but I can't wait to sport that because I saw the family wearing all the shirts. I'm thinking, man, that's what I want, a shirt like that. And I'm just joking around like, yeah, with Triple X, and then you guys wrote me back, oh yeah, I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah,
They-
we also always got him on deck.
did you guys tear this off of a car cover? Like,
Imagine. That's so funny.
Very good friend.
oh really? What's the name of the company here?
DS printing.
DS Printing.
DS Printing. DS Printing. Big shout out DS Printing.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you are here. Now let me tell you folks, the Beast. If you haven't checked out her profile on Instagram, her profiles, and I think she might have a little Facebook with little pictures here and there, but if you actually checked out her Instagram photos, her videos, I was like, and my brother even told me about you. I'm like, you gotta check her out. Yeah, I'm like, holy smoke! Like, I think she could whoop my butt.
Probably.
So, what got you into beast mode? Like, how old did you start how old were you when you started getting into the game?
I was 6 years old, and my dad kind of
Yeah, sorry.
knew some moves,
Uh-huh.
so he's the one that got me into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And so you've been.
Just move the mic up a little bit for the
Sit forward a little bit, baby. There you go.
Let's scoot your chair up a little bit. Maybe that's why. Ready? 1, 2. Let's go on this side. There you go. There you go. So you started at when you were 6 years old,
Yeah.
and how old are you now?
I'm 10.
10 and 10 years old. If you see this girl move, I'm not trying to hype anything up. But if you see this girl move for being 10 years old, I mean, I don't see a lot of 10-year-olds hit the bag, hit the mat, hit the mitts. I mean, getting medal after medal after medal. I mean, her pictures of like medals of racks of medals. I mean, I'm like, Dan, you had more medal than 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
Mr. T. I mean, I don't know who Mr. T is, but I'm just saying, man, amazing. So you've been training since 6. You're, of course, a master of jiu-jitsu. Now you're getting yourself into Muay Thai, right? Is this something you're brand new?
Muay Thai.
How long have you been training in Muay Thai?
I think like 3 years.
3 years. Wow. And how does that feel?
It feels good. And I was excited when I first started multi,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm starting to get better at multi.
And I noticed that you train with a lot of young boys, like a lot of young men that are trying to hit you. Are they actually hitting you like full on, like,
Yeah.
man, that's amazing. Because like my daughter, when she was your age, and getting a little older, I used to have her spar with all my lightweights in the ring. And my fighters were like, Coach, is it okay? And my daughter's like, hit me, like I don't care.
Yeah.
So she'll get hit by the older guys that were probably like 5 years older than her, just trying to hit her hard, and she took it, and she would knock the wind out of some of these guys.
Nice.
Like she was that tough into boxing. I mean, she never got into kickboxing or jiu-jitsu like you, but man, so in your mind, how many medals do you have right now, probably in your closet? I mean, or in your room, or whatever you hang these things?
I think like about like almost 60, 50 something.
50 medals. Yo, folks, 50 medals. 50 medals this girl has in her situation. That's crazy. Now, I think we might have some videos. If we have any videos of her training, we could post some videos up and pictures probably. What tournament was this? It was Las Vegas.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. This was 2 weeks ago, folks. And let me tell you, this was a quick one, so don't blink.
Don't blink.
There you go. And right. Whoop. Is it a Kimura?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I called it right. Man, you deserve a gold star for that.
Stay heavy.
You're setting her up right here.
Yeah.
You're getting the arm right here. I see it. Get it. Pull it over. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's just natural for me. When I see somebody tap, 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 like I just have to call it because people sometimes don't see it and they want to hurt somebody,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
couldn't tap yesterday.
Oh, wait. Well, let's hold on. We're going to talk as soon as we get back on the.
Congratulations on your new stripe.
Thank you.
Nice.
Earned very hard. So that's the way to
Now, what stripe did you get?
I got the jiu-jitsu, the first stripe on my solid yellow belt.
Solid yellow belt, first stripe. Now, that's crazy. So when you get that solid stripe, do you move on to a different stripe on there, or you move on to a different color belt?
I move on to different stripe.
Oh, awesome. Now, this is a little story we heard earlier before we started our show. Now, here we got some more pictures here. Now, are you trained your student? So you're actually a trainer too.
Yeah.
She's a junior coach.
You're a junior coach. Wow. At 10 years old, folks, a junior coach, and she's doing her thing. This is amazing. And
Look at those kicks.
that would have hurt.
That's my older sister.
That's your older sister right
Yeah,
there?
there you go.
Oh, wow.
And that's my dad in the background.
There you go.
That's her tying one of the minis belts.
That's awesome.
want to put the belts on.
Yeah. Teach them how to put their belts on, huh? The correct way.
That's a good thing.
And who are you beating up here?
My dad.
Oh, it's your dad. Look at that. Oh, look at that fist getting ready to. Man,
That's love.
that's love. Well, your poor dad. And there's the arm.
That's me.
So was this
That's
now?
me.
Now was this the incident right here? Is
No,
what we're
this
talking-
was like 3 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So with the story that we kind of like overheard before the show started. Now what happened? Now where is this? This is Las Vegas still, right? This one
Yeah.
you got on top. And you know what? I noticed a lot of your pictures. I love that you're such a how you say you're all about showing love to the other opponent that you're going against, and you always raise their arm.
She has great sportsmanship.
Great
Yeah.
sportsmanship. There are the exact words. Great sportsmanship that you have. That you always raising the other person's arm, saying you did a great job too. Don't let this down. This is a learning lesson for everybody.
There
Win
you
or lose is a learning lesson. It's something you take with you. Take it back to the gym. Go back to the drawing board, and then do it again. You know. And so, so the story we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
older sister over here,
Sadly.
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 I guess you guys were training, correct?
Yes. We
Now
were.
let's go ahead and tell the story what happened.
Okay. You guys, so me and Divana, we were training yesterday. It was about 7 p.m. We were training and we were trying to go light rolling just because we both have fights coming up. I was trying to give her some pointers. Never did I think she was going to do them on me, okay? I left the arm wide open and my mom was like, the arm's open, the arm's open. And I was like, nah, she's not going to get the arm. What's the thing? She just 1, 2, 3, boom. She grabs the arm, boom. She throws herself back, boom. She digs her legs in my ribs, and I was like, my arm. And she got me so fast. Like I've never seen her move that fast.
You didn't expect that, huh?
I did not expect that from her,
Do you
especially from her.
You like tap out like in 2 seconds?
I
or you
couldn't
try to
even
fight it
tap.
off?
I couldn't even tap because her knees were so tight.
Whoa.
Like she gripped me so right as well, and like my arm was stuck, and I was like, tap, 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 and then that's when she finally tapped.
Now that I got both sisters here, now let me ask you first, the boss lady. What is your favorite go-to position when you're getting ready to make somebody tap?
Triangle.
Triangle.
There you go.
Yeah, you got
Triangle.
them long legs. You just wrap them up.
Yes. There you go. Triangle. I always, in the beginning, I would never use my legs. I would always try to outmuscle them. But like, as you can tell, I'm a small person. One of my coaches started telling me, you're not going to beat them by outmuscling. So I started working on the legs, moving the hips, moving this, moving that. Yeah, Raul started yelling at me, but it got through my head. And then I was finally able to start working with the legs. And now I can get the triangles like really quickly.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Let me do something real quick. Now give me about 2 seconds.
Don't worry. Take your
I
time.
need you to get off that chair real quick. I'm gonna get you a better chair.
Send it.
Because I know everybody's just seen a microphone in front of your face, and they're like, we want to see everything about her. Let's see. Let's get you an actual chair. Anything about? I mean, we don't have any booster seats here.
Because they're so small.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Let's see. That help out a little bit. There we go.
There you go.
A lot better. Now we can see the smile. That's the
Yeah,
queen.
it's the queen in the queen chair.
So, now a question for you. Now, you could, you pull a chair. Here, I'll scoot over. Let's scoot you over this way. You can
Let's
just
go
go
this
this
way.
way.
Let's get the skeleton in here.
Now,
Skeleton.
All right, Captain Skinny's here.
now, how did it feel? Before I asked you your favorite go-to move, how did it feel getting your sister in that armbar so quick and just? Because I'm pretty sure you having an older sister, they probably pick on you when you were young, a lot younger. Or how did it feel?
It felt good that like I actually got an armbar and I actually did it like correctly, and like how she's bigger. Like I didn't expect me to go that quick and getting
Wow.
her in an armbar.
That's amazing.
I'm curious because she is your older sister. Did she leave it open, or did you bait her into that armbar?
No, she left it open.
Okay, so you saw it and you jumped on it. I like that.
Wow. That's why she's the beast.
No gimmies in this family, huh? No mercy.
No easy way out. Now, what's your favorite go-to move?
Mine now it's Americana.
Americana. Now, where I'm coming as a illiterate jiu-jitsu person, what's an Americana? I mean, you could show me on my arm if you want to, if you can.
Okay.
It's-
Okay, it's okay. Not gonna hurt me. No worries.
Here.
Okay.
That's it.
Wait.
Chain away.
Oh, like that? That's pretty. Okay, hold on. Just gonna. Oh, I actually felt that.
There you go.
That's no joke. That really hurt. Like, I mean, I'm not.
I don't know if the viewers could hear that on mic.
Oh, Captain America.
No, that honestly, if I was and if I was on the ground and she did, I felt that pressure. And that was like I'm a pretty strong dude, but that
I just want to let our viewers know that was not picked up on the mic. There was a pop
I'm a
in
pretty
that
strong
armbar
dude.
Americana, by the way.
I'm a
There
pretty-
was, and Joey's a very sturdy, strong guy.
That-
So
that
for her to
hurt.
pull that back and you to hear a pop shows Devonna's got some serious strength. Do not mess with this girl.
oh man, I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to.
She's
joke.
like looking over at me. No, I don't want no peace here.
No,
Leave Skinny alone. Skinny wants no harm.
I thought she was gonna be like, oh,
I gotta go to work.
pretend. This is to pretend, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay, well, it's okay.
Wasn't part of the script.
It's okay. It wasn't part of the script.
Oh man,
I mean,
leave Stick Boy alone over here. She's like
Yeah.
looking over at me. I got scared. Like,
So
that's
your
a
favorite-
shark right here. I'm
so
right
that's
next to
your
a
favorite
lion
move,
now.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So I understand you are competing this weekend too.
Yeah.
And do you know who you're competing? Or is it just a big old tournament, or do you know who you're going against?
I know who I'm going against.
And is it somebody that you either went against a long time ago or something brand new?
I've went against both of the girls actually. I've went against both of them.
Oh, really? And this is somebody you actually defeated a while back. These two girls.
First one, she beat me and I beat her.
Okay.
And then the other one, she beat me. It was my first competition in yellow belt.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
So now it's payback.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be. And then you're doing this on Saturday, correct?
Yeah.
Oh man, people gotta watch out. Was it Fullerton College, correct? Fullerton College. And what time does this tournament start?
We're not sure
we're
yet
not.
Oh.
because of our brackets. Our brackets will be released tomorrow, so we'll definitely put it on Instagram.
Yeah, check on their Instagram. Check on both their pages. You know, I mean, you could go on my my Instagram link and click on to the Beast right there, and you just check out her page. The whole family will let you know the whole bracket situation. Now, your sister told us about her diet. Now, do you still live like a kid? You still have like the Cheerios, Fruit Loops, the candy, or no? You're just like, no, I'm a strict diet.
I'm on a diet, but sometimes I could have my cheat days.
Cheat days? Oh man! So what do you have on a cheat day?
Sometimes I have everything.
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 That sounds like my wife. You know, my wife has cheat days on Saturdays, and believe me, she wants donuts. She wants Cheeto Puffs. She wants Cheeto Puffs. Did I say that correctly?
That's Divana.
She wants everything. Pizza. She loves pasta. You know, and she was like, my wife loves pizza. So I'm like, that's her cheat day.
All right, we gotta ask, because this is always the funnest question when it comes to food, fighting, and martial arts. Favorite post-weight cut meal? You know, like when you've been dieting, you've been disciplined, you finally get to that point, you're on your scale, you made it, you're on weight, you're ready to go, and you can finally have that good meal.
Menudo.
You know, like that you've been waiting on to finally have that reward for all the work and the discipline you've put in. What's your go-to?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. I love it. I love it. What's the order? What's the order?
It's a Crunch Wrap.
Crunchwrap Supreme? I dig it.
I
I
have a
dig
story
it.
to tell you guys about her.
Okay.
Okay, so when we were in Vegas about 2 weeks ago for her fight, we were in Vegas and we were going out to eat and stuff like that. She wanted Taco Bell so bad, like so bad. She just wouldn't leave it alone. She's like, I want Taco Bell. I can't wait tomorrow for my fight so I can eat Taco Bell. So I can eat Taco Bell. Like she couldn't eat much. She was very on a strict diet, but she just wanted Taco Bell so bad. And what's the first thing she gets after her fight? Taco Bell. It's crazy.
I mean, Taco Bell. I mean, that's honestly, I used to love Taco Bell back then. And I can't eat that anymore. But I mean, big shout out to Taco Bell. Hey, sponsor her. Like, hey, Taco, bing, Taco Bell. And I guess a girl named Darlene's giving you a big shout out.
Woo, it's my sister. Our
Oh,
big
Darlene,
sister.
that's your big sister.
Our
Darlene,
big
what's up,
sister.
Darlene? Whoop,
Oh,
whoop.
nice.
We should come on to the show next time. So, being at 10 years old, do you, of course, besides living the life as a mixed martial artist from jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, do you have any favorite things you like doing as a kid? Like you have favorite boy bands like BTS? What do you do for fun?
I like singing. I like dancing.
Singing.
Yeah.
Really? You on the karaoke machine, just turn it up? What's your favorite song when you're on the karaoke?
Actually,
She has a lot of favorite
Yeah,
songs.
I
A
have
lot
a
of
lot.
TikTok songs.
Oh, a lot of TikToks. Let me see. What's chicken wings, hot dog and
For a long time,
bologna?
she was on that I'm a Savage.
Oh, really?
Oh.
What's her name?
Megan
Megan
Thee
Thee
Stallion.
Megan Thee
Yeah,
Stallion.
I'm a savage. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a niece that does all the TikTok, and when she was cool, she used to let me be part of her videos back
Yeah.
then. So now I'm not cool anymore. So she's a little older now.
I'm not cool anymore.
Not cool anymore. But I used to dance a lot too.
Grandpa
so,
Joey just lost his coolness.
I know, but that's cool. That's cool. And then you have any friends? I mean, if you want to give shout outs to all your friends that are watching, you give a big shout out.
Oh, go you can have a whole long shout out spree if you want to anybody you want right now.
I give a shout out to my family, my parents, my friends, and I give a big shout out to Chloe and Star for training with me, and Diamond, my niece.
Beautiful.
What about sponsors? You got any sponsors out there sponsoring
Yeah,
you guys?
Kimono to Go. I give a shout out to Sick Chick and for DS Printing. And I give a shout out to my sister.
Yeah, Ortega Customs.
Awesome. And DS Printing, they're the ones that made these beautiful shirts.
Yep.
There we go.
They got one. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to wear this.
And tag Divana the Beast.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, man. I'm going to wear it. I'm going to sport it. This is a nice shirt.
Yeah, right?
It's nice. I can't wait to. I was like, oh, they're giving me a shirt.
It's the least we could do
Yeah.
for having us on the show.
Well, you know, you guys are always welcome anytime. You're part of the family. Next time we'll get the whole family on board.
There's a lot of us.
Yeah, and we'll put them all in the back. We'll put bleachers in the background or something like that. But so now that you're getting involved in the hand-to-hand combat, is there anybody you look up to now in the fight world that you're like, I want to be just like her, like that, like anybody in the UFC?
Like a Whaley, like a Rose Namajunas, you know, like a Joanna Jacek, Carla Esparza.
Did she win this weekend? I didn't.
She did.
Oh,
She did
I
indeed.
missed that fight.
Versus a very talented prospect in Yan Xiaonan.
Big
you know,
and what's-
Carla Esparza, former champion, still holding it down. Getting
Our
it done
Life
by
CBD,
unanimous decision,
right there,
I believe,
boom,
right,
sponsors.
guys?
Big
No, sponsor of Our Life CBD.
Yes, yes. So, who do you look up to?
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda
The
Rousey.
OG.
That's
the
what I'm talking about.
pioneer. What about Ronda do you like?
She's a great fighter,
A little closer.
and I wanna do my hair just like her.
She got a dope style, right?
Mhm,
You know,
yeah.
good hair, good cornrows, right?
I do notice that every time you get ready, you have that cool hairstyle going on. I see, like one time you had like something on the back of you, like you. Yeah, she's about the hairstyles, folks. But Ronda Rousey, I mean, have you ever met Ronda Rousey?
No.
No. Well, we gotta do some.
We gotta find a way.
We gotta find a way. We gotta let her like
we'll
this
figure
is
it out.
this is the beast right here. You can't back
I know,
down.
You can't deny the beast.
I mean, I'm gonna
You
try.
saw how scared I got as soon as she looked over at me from after armbar injury. She literally looked at me like that.
Like, you want
"Oh."
some too?
She's like, yeah. She's like I was a gazelle and she was a lion. I'm like, oh man, this gazelle is running away. Like, you can take the slowest gazelle. This is the
those
fastest
ponytails
gazelle
like
out of
this.
here.
You want some of me?
I know. You can tell she got the it's that excitement after you hit that good submission. Like, who's next? And I was just like, I ain't next. I'm out of here. Like,
And of course, you present yourself very tough on the pitchers and outside the pitcher world, outside of the whole gym. Are you just normal, or are you still this tough girl that walks around the neighborhood and be like, "Come on, anytime"?
I'm still a tough girl,
That's what
and
I like.
but then I'm also sweet.
Oh,
Can I say
Tell.
something about her?
oh, here we go.
Something about her. Okay.
Cheese miss.
I'm gonna use one. No, no cheese mints.
Okay.
So, Divana, as you can tell, she's very shy, but at the house and stuff like that, everybody thinks she's, like, oh, bad girl, Divana has the sweetest soul ever. She
Okay.
is always helping everybody around her,
That's
her
awesome.
parents, her siblings, like the little ones. She always wants to make sure that everybody around her is taken care of.
That's good.
Everybody thinks she's some beast and she's mean. Divana is very approachable. She's very shy, but she's approachable. She has such a big heart. She's always willing to help people. So that's one big thing about her.
But you don't want to mess with her because
Yeah,
that
don't mess with her.
Americana that she
Don't.
put me in, that was no joke. I mean, fortunately, I use my cell phone my cell phone. I go like this, like the cell phone's like this. Hello. Like this, man. I can't move it anymore. No, I'm just playing. Okay. I'll call my brother Gabe. He'll fix it for me.
Well,
who's that? That's
like
my
I said,
niece.
I
Who
just
said
wanna
that's my niece? Who's that on the?
That's
Alma
my
de
aunt.
Leon.
That's my
That's
aunt.
your aunt.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Aunt. What's up, Aunt? Woo, woo.
Tatiana.
And I just
Hi.
want to say this is, like I said, 110% respect to both your parents, just the family environment that they've created. They're raising some great daughters with amazing, amazing values, especially at such a young age, especially for the things that you guys do. Like, I just want you to understand, most kids your age, not doing the incredible things that you are.
Yes.
Keep up the great work. Success is on your way. I promise you that. And I cannot wait to see how both your careers unfold.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
And when you guys become big and famous, looking for an old bodyguard,
Yeah.
look me up. I mean, I still got it.
Yeah,
Still got
same
it.
thing. If you need, a little skinny entertainer
You
over
know.
here, like to make you laugh. Here.
He'll be my little chihuahua. I'll put it in my pocket and throw him out.
I'll just be the agent. I'll be the phone call guy making emails, doing stuff,
So let's just go for the fight breakdown since we have
All
our guest
right.
here.
Let's go
so we're
for
talking
it.
about the UFC coming up soon, right? Is the UFC?
Yeah, UFC card. Robert, if you want to bring up the card for me, guys.
And you're a big fan of UFC?
I do.
Awesome.
Honestly, I'm not that familiar with the guys' names. All I know is they know how to fight.
Okay, there we go.
It's okay. As we've seen on this show, I pretty much just give a sales pitch of what I think, who's going to win and what betting line to take, just how the fight's probably going to go. And you guys can tell me whether you agree, disagree. Skinny boy, you're full of it. Get out of here, stick man. We don't want to hear of it. Persian, you're selling me some crap. Get out of here. And it's like, and that's just how we run this segment. Just, I give you a rundown, a breakdown, agree, disagree. Just give me your critique.
All right, we got you.
All right.
Oh,
And
really?
we're starting off. Let's scroll down to a fun middleweight fight in Tom Breeze, the Englishman, coming in at 12-3 versus Antonio Arroyo, a very fun fighter, a very exciting prospect in the middleweight division. One thing that I think separates Antonio Arroyo specifically within the middleweight division, you see a lot of strikers of his skill set, is how powerful his kicks are. That's one thing that really he sets up well and that he tries to set up within his game plan. He'll use his range and he'll use, just his striking skill sets to set up that left high kick or that right high kick just to get you, going long. And then on top of it too, sometimes he'll like to switch levels, go to the body. But the emphasis of his game and where his power are in his kicks. So how I think he's going to try and play this fight out is he's going to go for those kicks, go for the body, try and take the fight, maybe try and lock up a submission. But Tom Breeze, being the crafty vet that he is, being an experienced martial artist, and on top of it too, a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and on top of it too, a very high level grappler, having accomplished things at both wrestling and IBJJF and the jiu-jitsu world. Personally, on this fight, I really like Antonio Arroyo. I think he's coming in with a lot of power and coming in with, just by the fact that seeing those kicks and seeing how he's flatlined some guys, he's a scary guy.
Kicks are a big part.
And on top of it, too, you could see his ground game improving, especially with his last fight, and seeing how much better he's getting and, how he's able to lock up submissions, that it's not just a high kick. He's going for more. He's expanding his arsenal and his skill set. Tom Breeze is not an easy fight for anybody. He's very, like I said, one of the better grapplers, especially coming out of that English area. But I'm taking Antonio Arroyo on this one. What are you guys thinking?
Well, you want to go first?
You could go.
I mean, just based off of what you're saying, Antonio Arroyo, I know that kicks are a big part of it just because I'm a kicker myself. I don't really like to use my hands. But, I mean, I'm just going to have to say I'm going to go with Antonio Arroyo just because, like I said, kicks are a major part. As soon as you get a right kick and then you hit him into the ribs, they're gone. Or what if you get it in the face or something, you're definitely out.
That's getting hit with a baseball bat right there.
Basically. Okay, your turn.
The Beast.
What I like about Antonio
Who do
is
you think is going to win? Antonio,
probably, yeah.
Going Antonio. I like the
legs.
pick.
Yeah, I like his
Joey.
kicks.
Same here, Antonio.
We're all rocking for the Brazilian on this one.
Yes.
All right, moving on to an exciting fight. A guy coming off a first-round loss, but still a guy trying to reclaim a lot of where he was at in the rankings. Santiago Ponzinibbio taking on Miguel Baeza, a very exciting prospect in the welterweight division, a guy who I think is going to be making some big names, taking on some big fights and going to be just making waves. The thing I like about Miguel Baeza is the fact that on top of him being a jiu-jitsu black belt, he has really great power and really great boxing skill. He kind of, one of his inspirations was Felix Trinidad. A little bit off, guys. Sorry about that. And one of the things that he likes to do is kind of stand in that sideways stance a little bit, to, kind of box people up and counterpunch, but he's always willing to push the pace and also get in guys' face. He has that tough, hard-nosed exterior and trying to knock you out. Although, this is a big test. Santiago Ponzinibbio is still in his prime, still trying to make it into that top 15, where he was in the rankings, and also still going that title run. I still think he has a lot left to give and a lot more better fights to give in his career. But with the layoff that he had, he didn't look the best, and you could kind of tell it was a little bit of ring rust with his last fight and just kind of those senses being off. I think we're going to see a lot better out of Santiago Ponzinibbio. But just from the style that I've seen and the power that I've seen and the momentum, I'm a big guy in momentum and confidence. I'm liking a guy who has, everything going in the world, just a young gun who's hungry, wanting that world title. I'm going with Miguel Baeza on this one.
You want to go first? You want me to say my opinion?
You could go.
I'm actually going to have to go with Santiago just because I know maybe he has a little bit more losses than Miguel. But the thing is that I've noticed is that just because you've lost once, twice, 3 times, you can always come back stronger. Maybe he is still trying to get on the top 15, but that doesn't mean he can't do it, So he may be a little bit lower level than Miguel, but as long as you have that right mindset and that right adrenaline, I feel like he'll be able to get him.
The Beast.
I think maybe Maybe Santiago.
Santiago.
It's like maybe Santiago.
Maybe Joey.
Well, because I went to Santiago High School in the Garden Grove District. That's
Ah,
why.
so there's the
Santiago
incentive.
Cavaliers!
So there's the bias, Joey.
Santiago.
So we're just all going against me. I'm the only one pulling for Miguel here.
Sorry,
the young man,
Sorry,
the young prospect who's going to be making some big names in this welter division.
And when he
who's
gets
already
knocked
took
out,
down
what's gonna
Matt
happen?
Brown.
Right?
I'm going to sit here and eat my crow. And I'm going to sit here and tell my viewers, I tried my best. I tried my best. Moving on to an exciting middleweight fight. We're going to try my best with these names to get them right. Roman Dolidze. Tried my best. Versus Loreno Staropoli.
There we go.
Not too bad with that one. I thought I would mess up Staropoli. Apparently Dolidze is the one that got me this week. But Roman's a great fighter, a great grappler, coming in at, I believe, IBJJF champion, coming in with a black belt. Not much in terms of MMA experience. I believe he started training MMA back in when he was 28, after he had already accomplished many things within the jiu-jitsu world. So he's still picking up on his striking. But I think the thing I like about Roman is the fact that he's kind of coming into his own with his own striking and just everything within MMA in general, if I'm quite honest. Like we've seen in anybody we've seen coming out of the jiu-jitsu world who makes that transition, it takes a little bit of a time to get used to just the way MMA feels and the way how different it is. With jiu-jitsu, it's a sport, it's play, it's a little bit more of a chess match and stuff. MMA, it's a live combat situation akin to more like if you were a Marine out there in a combat field, like shooting a gun and stuff like that. Like if you're in an actual combat situation, But one of the things that with jiu-jitsu provides, the fact that it is hard and difficult and you can get that grinded out style, it's a great mentality for that. And that's one of the things that I like about Roman Dolidze is the fact that he does come with that grappling background, that grinded out style, but also can get it done on the feet and is getting more comfortable. Loreno Staropoli, though, great fighter and very well-rounded, and also on top of it too, the younger guy with a lot more MMA experience, I would say. He kind of started more out with his background, more, I believe, in combat sambo and, again, jiu-jitsu, but also picking up striking as well, with a more kind of full-rounded MMA base. And on top of it, too, with a little more MMA experience, having been around in more kind of MMA gyms in the start of his martial arts background and career. The thing, though, that like I said, I really like somebody who's coming into their own and really finding their groove. Loreno, he's still a young man. He's still improving. He's still on his way up. I like experience, and I'm going to go with maturity on this one with Roman Dolidze and, somebody who's really coming in their own MMA-wise.
Okay. So, you had a pretty good point, but the thing is that, like you said, Loreno, he's still coming up and stuff like that. I feel like we should give him a chance just because there's a lot of people that are still coming up now that they're actually better than some people who are already known. They just don't know it yet. So I'm just going to have to give him the win. Go ahead.
The Beast.
Loreno.
I'm gonna have to go with Loreno.
Loreno.
She's just going to go with everything I say.
She's like, yeah, what does a skinny guy know,
Okay,
What does he
I'll
need?
be nice. I'll go for Roman.
You go for Roman. You'll
Yeah.
agree with me for my feelings, Joey.
Just for your plans, 'cause, he have to give me a ride home.
Thank
He's
you,
gonna
Joey.
cry on my
I know,
shoulder.
right? I'm gonna sit there and be
Like,
like, Joey, you
pobrecito.
didn't have my back once.
Sana, sana.
Not only did the Beast look at me and made me feel scared, you couldn't even back me up, in the picks.
Better watch out. She has my back.
I know. I thought you had mine. I guess not.
Now that she's here, it's a different story,
I'm alone
bro.
on the island here. I gotta be scared. I gotta get out of here.
So who we got next?
All right, we moving on to this exciting
Co-main.
heavyweight co-main event. Walt Harris versus Marcin Tybura. An exciting fight, and a fight that I think really comes down to styles. Walt Harris, great KO artist, super athletic, coming in with a former, I want to say, D1 college basketball background. So the guy has a great athletic background, played sports all his life. As we know, on top of it, too, went through that major loss with his daughter, and that big storyline within 2020 of his unfortunate kidnapping, the unfortunate murder of his daughter. Respect to him and respect and for his loss and everything that he's gone through. He has an incredible, incredible story and just a very respectable man on top of it too, an incredible fighter. not just in the cage, but in life as well, going through that adversity, really showing as an inspiration. But on top of it too, exciting guy to watch fight and knock people out. So Walt Harris, I really like his style. I really like this fight for him. I think this is a good test. Marcin Tybura, I will say, more experienced, better record, a little bit more well-rounded skill set. So on paper, it's I want to lean towards Marcin just by also looking at his last fight versus I want to say it was big knockout artist, but a guy who had, a guy that we all thought was, Marcin was going to get knocked out by. He was able to take it to the ground and grind it out. And that's personally how I think this fight may go if Walt Harris didn't work on his takedown defense and didn't grind it out. I do think I want to say, believe in him and say he has learned from the Alistair Overeem fight that he needs to work on his takedown defense. He needs to work on his ground game. He really has, I think, big potential in the heavyweight division, especially with the way that it's shaking up and the way the rankings are going. Anybody could really, with you string 2-3 wins, you're in title contention within that heavyweight division. But as well as we all know, as like we're saying with many of the cuts, 2 or 3 losses, you're out of the UFC.
Yeah.
That's not an easy division. As we all like to say, people like to say the heavyweight division's dead. There's not that many prospects. No, that's one of the tougher divisions. You go through too many losses in that one, you're, like I said, you're out. And for a little while.
Got a shadow on the screen there.
Oh, completely.
Oh, it's from
Tell
Coach
the
Caesar.
boss lady.
Yeah. What do you say?
Oh,
This
we
is
can't
I have to go
really
to
quite
work
see it.
8 p.m.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai
Yeah,
classes.
we got class right now in
nice.
3 minutes. Thanks, Coach. Thank you for being responsible.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's right, because you're the boss
Responsibility.
lady. He has to report in.
There you go.
You got to write him
Sorry,
up.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine, of course. That's a fun moment for our viewers, getting to see how the gyms run. All right, but like I said, I'm going to go with Walt Harris on this one. I'm a big fan of Walt Harris. I love everything he's doing. I like to see fighters learning with momentum, fighters who've been through adversity, but still have that motivation and fire to get better. I think Walt Harris really does and has been really motivated, especially from his last fights and his last performances and just everything that he's been through. And I really do think if he has worked on his takedown defense, he's going to get the knockout.
So, exactly what you just said. I was going to go with Walt Harris as well, just because, like you said, he's been through a lot. And I feel like he does have that motivation and he has, like, he has kind of like the fire, just because everything he's been through is kind of using him to continue to pursue what it is that he wants. So I feel like whenever it is that he fights his opponent, he'll do great,
The Beast.
Walt Harris. I feel like I'm gonna go with
The Big Ticket.
I feel like Walt Harris, so he could work mostly on his takedowns.
Mm-hmm. Like in Walt Harris. Joey.
Of course, Walt Harris, all day. Much respect, much love for that
How
guy.
can you
what he's
not
been
root
through.
for him? You
You
know?
know?
It's just, he's so rootable. He's a
Yeah.
likable guy. Great
Yeah.
story. We all going Walt Harris. Big ticket on this one. We taking the big ticket.
Big ticket.
You want to bring that one last one up for me,
Who's-
Robert,
who's
so I
the,
can close it out on this amazing main event of, we're going to try my best. These are names I've luckily heard and can pronounce correctly. Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Augusto Sakai.
Oh.
Huh.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Not bad. Not bad,
I would
right?
have messed that up.
Doladiz got me. Sakai. You know?
know.
Sakai and Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Got it.
That's pretty
But
awesome.
exciting fight. I really like what Augusto Sakai brings to the table. I really like everything he has, especially as a heavyweight, and a Brazilian heavyweight on top of it too. Like you see with a lot of Brazilian heavyweights, they kind of go with that certain, like, one of two styles. I'm going to be the jiu-jitsu guy to show my Brazilian jiu-jitsu and show I'm the best and represent my country and my school and everything, or Muay Thai and show, again, I'm going to represent my country and everything, but just within striking. The thing I like about Augusto Sakai as a Brazilian fighter, he has everything. He works on his skill set. He's improved in every fight, even with the losses. He has a good chin. He can take a good punch. He's fought, good competition, and Andrei Arlovsky and some of the better names in the heavyweight division. But he's facing one of the best knockout artists in the heavyweight division and one of the scariest. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, we've seen him time and time again take some big punches just to move forward with some fire to deliver some serious heat.
Yeah.
Some serious bombs in those hands. But with Biggie Boy being the way he is, also being a former kickboxer, he comes in with kind of that more traditional kickboxer stance and style. One thing that I hope he has worked on since his last fight is his range, because he can get a little bit sloppy at times, trying to deliver that knockout, trying to plant his feet and use his power with how strong that he is. I'm liking the technical fighter on this one just by the fact that although we've seen the work that Jairzinho is putting in, with each fight, he can get a little bit wild. And even though he has power and he is a former Glory kickboxer, with that wildness on COVID too, it can either help him or hurt him. And I think with the technical smart fighter like Augusto Sakai, whose back is a little bit against the wall, who's had some ups and downs with his last few fights and kind of has to prove himself to reestablish himself that he's one of the up and coming prospects. I'm going with the technical fighter and Augusto Sakai on this one.
I'm gonna go with the same one, just because you said that he has everything, and if everything's there, I mean, there's kind of no way you can kind of take the loss. But I know you did say that the other fighter is kind of known more for his knockouts, but I'm gonna have to agree with Augusto.
The Beast.
I can't really pronounce their names.
I gotcha. Are you going with Biggie Boy and Jairzinho Rosenstruck, the Glory kickboxer, or Augusto, the Brazilian Sakai?
Augusto.
Augusto? You going with Augusto? Technical fighter?
Yeah.
You like everything he brings to the table? I like it. Joey?
Augusto
Sakai?
Sakai.
There we go.
You know, and you know, great breakdown. Now, what about this fight? A 10-year-old, the Beast, versus a 10-year-old, the Ronda Rousey. What do you think, Beast? Do you take her on at 10 years old?
Yeah.
You winning?
Boom.
Ooh.
All day. Every
All
day.
day.
Do not hesitate.
She won't
She
hesitate.
didn't even hesitate. She
She's
looked
like,
me dead in the eye. She's like,
me.
yeah.
I love this
What?
attitude, folks.
My favorite thing was just like, you even asking that? That was her attitude.
Like-
It was like, that ain't even a question?
Like, she's gonna put me in another Americana. I was like, I'm just
yeah, and then look at me, and I'm going to run away. Run away real quick.
But anyway, don't forget, folks, Fulton College this weekend. Watch these girls kick some butt. They're going to do it. They're going to make it happen with her first white belt and with her taking those beat downs. She's getting, look at, she's cracking those knuckles,
She's
getting
like
ready.
getting intense about it.
She's
She in the mindset.
doing the silver, like, I'm like, yeah, it's going to be nuts. But it just has been another great show of Gym Crashes. Thank you so much for coming on our show tonight. We look forward to see you guys in the near future and beyond. And once again, folks, this has been the Gym Crashes. It's the Beast, the Boss Lady, Adam, Joey the Bull. We'll catch you next week. Peace out.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys so much again. We really appreciate you guys
Thank
having
you.
us here.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on.